Want to hear some of that techno music?
My name is Devin Alvarado, and I was born in Queens, New York. I am a martial artist. The main martial art I study is a martial art called Junfan Gung Fu. It is also known as Jeet Kune Do by some people, so it's a martial art that Bruce Lee created. And that is the primary art I study. But I study Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Savate, combat submission wrestling, MMA. I can keep going for a while. I started taking martial arts, I believe, in 2014. And the reason why I started is for some reason, I can't remember, wanted to be a Muay Thai fighter. And so I was researching it, Googling it. I love the art. I love the art of Muay Thai, the look of it, the intensity, the hardcoreness of it. And I didn't start taking Muay Thai till about 3-4 years ago. And I've been training martial arts for 6. So I originally wanted to be a Muay Thai fighter and kind of started my journey on that. My biggest inspiration was a few people. Bruce Lee, definitely one of the big ones. Funny enough, the Power Rangers. As a kid, watching that all the time, all the martial arts. My father practiced Wing Chun in his younger days, and so says he practices it. And so those are probably the big 3. The most important aspect of martial arts is a never give up attitude. Martial arts is tough. It's not designed to be easy in any way, shape, or form. So if you don't have the mental fortitude, the spirit to keep going and just never stop, you will not make it very far. The biggest misconception of martial arts is that, one, that it's all karate, because I hear that a lot. Working in a martial arts studio, everything is karate, karate, karate. The second biggest thing I would say is that the same technique works on everything. Because it definitely does not. I can sit here and give you one technique and 8,000 different variables of why it won't work. A lot of people say, like on YouTube or internet, like, you know, this one technique works for everything. Definitely does not. You gotta practice all kinds of different things. Bigger, taller, smaller, wider, faster. So that's probably another big misconception I see a lot. The best moment in martial arts probably has to be when I got my black sash in Junfan. The whole long story behind that. When I was a brown sash right before my black sash, my mother decided to move to Texas. And so I was gonna go, nowhere else to live. And my boss or my sifu texts me, he's like, if you decide to stay, I'll make this a career for you and, you know, you can have a life in this. And I was 19, 20, something along those lines. And I decided I wasn't gonna go. And I had nowhere to live, no plans of keeping this going. Got my black sash, and years later, here I am. A worst experience I had in martial arts, there's probably 2. First one is the first time I ever had to take a knee while sparring. So I was doing a boxing class, and my Sihing, which is what we call our instructors or our black belts in martial, we were boxing. And I was like 18, 17, something young, and we're just going at it. I thought it was big shit. And then he just caught me with a liver shot, and it dropped me to my knees, and I almost cried. I was like, ugh! And he's like, you're right? I was like, yeah. And I just hear my people, walk it off, get up. Like, take a 10 count, then get up. I was like, I don't want to. The second worst part was I went to do a seminar out of school. They hadn't like cleaned up after their classes. So I'm walking through and I just step in a puddle of like sweat, and it was just like, it's like, oh no, this is not nice. I'm like, I'm not sweaty yet. It's so gross. And the windows are foggy and it just had that smell. I was like, it's like, and nothing worse. There's nothing worse than coming off the street and you're just getting changed, your feet are bare, and you just blink. As a martial artist, I see the world in many different ways, depending on the situation. If I'm just out and about, usually on a high alert, no surprise anyone in this world today is now a little screwed up. As a person, and personally how I see the world, there's a lot to like about the world, but you have to find it. And a martial artist, it gives me the confidence in myself to be able to find it. I look at the world with an open mind now. The good in people instead of just assuming the bad. I found that with martial arts, when you get to a certain level of it, you get that confidence that allows you to be open-minded and open-hearted. Found throughout the years, I've become a lot more open to new experiences, new things, meeting new people, whereas before I didn't want to do any of that. The thing that keeps me the most motivated nowadays is my students. I'm an instructor, but like an assistant instructor in a way. And I see these guys and I'm like, I have to keep training, because if I don't and they start kicking my ass, it looks bad. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I got to be damn good to make sure these youngin' guns. Like I had this one kid, he's really good. I'm like, God, I gotta keep up with this guy. And he's 18. He's got 10 years on him. But you know, age is such a big player in this game. But I was like, yeah, my students, even the like 5 and 6 year olds, the 7-year-olds, all the younger ones, I have to make sure that I'm good to teach them, because I don't want to teach them anything wrong. Wow, if I had to boil it down martial arts into philosophy, there's one I like that I heard a long time ago. It's that a student went up to his master and say, why do I have to train for all these different things if you told me never to use it? Why do I train to learn how to destroy and attack and break, but you tell me never to use it? And the master goes, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. I love that quote, because I'd rather be prepared for this in my entirety of life and never have to use it, than have to use it and not have any idea what I have to do. One of my favorite Bruce Lee quotes I actually have tattooed on my arm over here: using no way as way, having no limitation as a limitation. And I've tried to live my life by that, as nothing is impossible if you have the heart and the mind to get it. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. If you every day go at whatever you want to get, whether it be being famous, making money, being happy, if you can find the spiritual, the mental, and somewhat of the physical strength to go for it, you'll achieve it no matter how long it goes. Thank you guys. My name is Devin Alvarado, and this has been my segment on Dreambird. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you get to see more of these amazing videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.